Today I'm going to be talking about my dumbest financial mistakes of my life so far. I've been watching a lot of these videos and I feel like my financial mistakes are pretty bad in comparison to what I've been seeing. So to make me feel better, if you have a lot of financial mistakes as well, give this video a thumbs up and comment a heart down below if you're a little bit embarrassed of your financial situation as well, because we've all been there and we all need to know that we're here for each other. So I am just gonna list out my top 5 financial mistakes that I can think of at the moment. I started working whenever I was 16 years old, pretty much as soon as I turned 16. So it's gonna start from then and kind of go on. Most of them are pretty recent, even though that's kind of embarrassing to admit, but most of them are within the last 2 years. I'm learning how to budget now, and I'm learning all of the things that I should have been learning when I was like 19, but here I am at 21 trying to figure it all out, just like you probably are too. Before we go any further into the video, I just want to go ahead and plug my Instagram. If you want to see more content like this, go follow me on my Instagram and you will see all of the behind the scenes on that. I also have a Twitter, I have a Snapchat, and then I also have another YouTube channel, which is a couple channel with my boyfriend. So all of those will be pinned on the screen as well as in the description box down below. Click see more and go through all the links. I'll have all my information down in the description, so go check it out. If you're excited to hear about my financial mistakes so that you feel a little bit better about yourself, don't forget to leave that heart in the comment down below and give this video a big thumbs up. Let's roll into it. The first financial mistake I want to talk about is eating out and just food in general. Oh my gosh, this is one of the most embarrassing ones, just because since I turned 16, majority of my money has went towards food. Ridiculous, I know. Whenever I just got my first apartment at 18, I would go grocery shopping at Whole Foods. And that stuff is expensive, and every trip for one person for like 2 weeks probably. For me, every time I went, it was probably like $140. I don't know if that sounds like a lot or not, but for someone that was working a job at the time that was making like $10 an hour, I lived in Oklahoma, so take that with a grain of salt, but like I was making $10 an hour and I was spending $140 a week or every 2 weeks, honestly I don't remember, on groceries just for myself. Pretty much all of the money that I have made for myself since the time I turned 16 has been spent on fast food or eating out or experiences. And I don't remember any of them. So what's the point of an experience if you don't remember them? This is the one that makes me the most frustrated, because I literally just flushed all of that money down the toilet when I could have something to show for myself. I do have a little bit to show for myself now that I've been learning the past couple months, but I did not start saving until the past couple months. So keep that in mind. All of the money that I made, I worked from the time I was 16 to now. I haven't really stopped working. So all of that money, the 5 years of working, gone. Ridiculous. Learn from my mistakes. Ridiculous. The next financial mistake I want to talk about is buying gifts for your boyfriends whenever you're freaking 18 years old, 17, 16 years old. I am such a big-hearted person and I really love gifts. So a huge financial mistake that I've made in the past is buying like game systems or buying just bigger gifts for boyfriends that I'm no longer with. I think when you're younger, you just really have to realize that like you might not be with this person forever. And if they really want that game system, they can get it for themselves. You're 16, 17, 18, 22. You shouldn't be buying your boyfriend a $400 or $500 game system. Oh my goodness. I bought one of my exes a freaking PS4 whenever they first came out. Like first came out. So I think it was like $450. And it was like, yeah, he probably still has it. He's probably still loving it. And that was my $500 that I would never get back. So I regret that one. I regret that one. I bought it when I think I was like 19, 18. So $500 for an 18, 19-year-old is quite a bit of money. So that's something I regret. Not regret, but like wish I didn't do. I learned from all of these mistakes, so I don't regret any of them. I'm glad I made these mistakes when I'm 19, 20, 21. I'm 21 now. Rather than when I'm 50 or even 35. Like I want to learn them now. So I'm thankful for all of these lessons, and you should be too. But it's just kind of cringy to look back and think about where all your money has went in the past. So financial number 3 is the one I maybe do regret. I know I just went on a spiel about not regretting things, but I do have a little bit of regret in my heart for this one. I know that there was a lesson learned, but it's something I'm still going through. So it's a sensitive topic, okay? I bought a brand new car, 2019. I was 20. I bought it about 1.5 years ago. It's a brand new, well, not anymore, 2019 Toyota Camry. You're not even gonna believe what my payment is whenever I tell you. $667 a month, plus my $275 a month insurance, full coverage insurance that you have to have because I'm financing the car. So every month I spend about $1,000 on my car, and I've paid down like none of the loan. And I'm just gonna be real with you guys and say that like it wasn't worth it. And as soon as you drive that car that you really want off the lot, it goes down a lot in value and you're never gonna get your money back. So if you want a car, buy it cash. I know that you don't want to wait. You're impatient, you don't want to wait. I know, but it's gonna save you in the long run, and you need to be thinking about the big picture and not instant gratification and wondering what people are thinking of you, and you don't want to drive a clunker car, so you go out and buy a new one with red leather seats. For a freaking Toyota Camry. Like, who are you? Who do you think you are? I got gypped. I got really like taken advantage of whenever I went to the dealership. I didn't even have a job at the time. Okay, I'm an idiot, I know. Like, you don't need to tell me, I'm learning them. I learned, okay? Again, if you have embarrassing financial mistakes, do not forget to leave that heart in the comments so I feel better, because this is embarrassing to share. This is something that I really did not ever think I was gonna put on the internet. So give me a thumbs up for that one, okay? The interest that you pay is crazy. My interest, I think, is like 12%, 13%, something like that. And I haven't even paid down the car at all. I'm just paying on interest. And I'm just gonna be real and say that I'm about to surrender the car so I can get out of this mess and just pay what I have to pay back and just have a repo or whatever on my credit. I would rather have that and just buy a car cash, which I'm saving up for currently. I would much rather do that than be paying $1,000 a month on a car that I don't even like to drive around anymore, because it brings up bad memories and it just reminds me of my mistake of buying it. So I don't want it anymore, and I'm gonna surrender it in the next couple months. So yeah, if you want me to share more about that, I can. Again, comment down below, tell me you want to see it, give it a thumbs up, tell me you want to see it. But yeah, we're gonna stop talking about the car because I'm cringing. Number 4 is an expensive apartment. Not this one. The apartment that I just got out of a lease with is the apartment that I'm talking about. My boyfriend and I rented out a 2-bedroom, 2-bath apartment. We did not freaking need it at all, and it was just so much space that we weren't even using, and we were paying like almost $1,600 a month. And that's just ridiculous. If you don't, we didn't even use the other room. I let my mom and brother move into that room because we didn't use it, okay? And they lived there for free. So I do not recommend renting a cute apartment and expecting to do all this shit with it when you know deep down that you're really not gonna do it. And because you're paying so much in rent, you're not gonna have money to furnish it. You have to think about things like that. And alone in rent, I was paying $50, I think. I wanna be exact with you, to be honest. And then you have to think about electric, which was like $200 a month. You have to think about water, which was like $50 a month. You have to think about all of those kind of things. And then I have a dog, so you have to pay more for the dog and all of those kind of things. And that's just something that I think we didn't think about before we went into the apartment. We rushed and we just got it. A lot of these mistakes are just very impulsive and just wanting things in the moment and not waiting for them. So please learn from my mistakes. Don't get a huge apartment if you don't need it. I wanna say though, this apartment is cuter and I pay less for it. It is smaller, but this is a perfect size for me, and I'm a lot happier with this one than I was with my previous one. So we did better on this apartment, so pat on the back for me. Learning from my mistakes. All right, and financial mistake number 5 is going to be moving states without having money saved up. I moved from Claremore, Oklahoma to Phoenix, Arizona, pretty spur of the moment, pretty irrationally, and without much money. I think I moved with like $1,000, and that was between my boyfriend and I. So we each had like $500 each, and moving was a very, very, very stressful thing. And having money would have just made it so much less stressful. And it took me a year to recover from that mistake. I am just now recovering from it and being able to save money from freaking not planning and having to use my monthly income to pay for things that were in the past. You know what I'm saying? As well as having that $1,000 payment on my car. Just keep that in mind. So yeah, I don't regret moving states, but I regret the way that I did it. I'm happy I'm here now, but I could have made it so much easier on myself. And I think whenever you're young, you don't really think about things like that. At least I didn't, am starting to. But it's really something you need to think about. But some people just can't learn from hearing it. Me. I have to learn from doing it a lot of the time, which is something that I'm trying to get out of, but I'm just a really impulsive person, so yeah.